Hello, in this video I would like to show you how to edit content on property art. I'm looking at an article and I see that recently the articles have been done without the visual composer. So basically there are two options on how to do them. One is with and the second one is without visual composer. What I'm looking at, Elena, is done without the visual composer, but let's start with like logging in. So let's log out, and the URL is not a VP login, but it's get in. One thing to notice here, and now let's log in. In case you would get some bot protection, the username and password are both CMS. I think we disabled it just in case. So here we are on the backend. You should see all of these if you're an editor. And let's take a look at this post, Elena. And I see that this was done without the Visual Composer, probably, or with the Visual Composer, probably like this. You just add media and then just kind of move it around. Like this is quite simple, and I recommend not to do it like this. So let's see if we are doing any headings or anything. Yeah, I don't think we have any headings here, and generally I would not recommend do articles in this way. All the articles are posts that have some categories. Maybe let's just start with an empty article to show what's where. And I'll show both ways how to do it. I recommend doing it with like advanced composer, but whatever works. So I'll just add a new post. And here are the categories, and basically just go and create, add media, load it in, and this should be very straightforward. And I'm guessing, you know, like anyone editing this wouldn't be seeing this for the first time. Alright, so here we have the image. Let's go to Visual Composer and we can play with it a little. We can do alignments, etc., etc., and then write text. One thing I would recommend is just using headings. Just heading to kind of structure the text. Here we can. And then you can also like use heading 3, and just they should go like heading 1 is the article, it's generated automatically, and you create headings 2, heading 3, and going back to heading 2. So this is how you create content in this mode, and I would actually recommend we do it in another way with the backend editor, which kind of gives you more options, and you can also create your own templates. I'll show everything here. So at the beginning we create a row, or we can even do a section if we have a longer article. In the section I'll create a row. The section is a piece of content that holds together. Like an article can have various sections if it's longer, otherwise, you know, you can just create rows. I want this row to have 2 columns, and then on the left I want to start with the text, and you can just edit that. And on the right I want an image. Notice that the image default image starts is thumbnail. You can do like just do large. If you need to do full, large should be enough. So I'm just gonna add an image there on the right. And the cool thing about this is that you can copy it and just create elements that work for you, and then you can duplicate them or duplicate the whole section, and this way you can really quickly create some layout. Now if I want this to keep this layout, and we might even like create some layouts, but let me just save this one. CSS. Here our layouts, and I just basically want to save this as default. So if you want to find it, you'll find it in the same location. So I've saved this. Cool. And you can create your own layouts. So here's the default layout. And if I want to use it, I'll just go default. Basically got me this sort of layout. So I would really recommend using the visual composer, or this composer, to rapidly build content, save and recreate templates, and generally work in bvipy. It's pretty straightforward. You just create a content there and set a featured image, and you select the category. Like the only weird thing that we're doing here, that we're aware of, and I'll talk slowly because this is complicated for everyone, even for me to remember, is this article where we do style and beauty. And the issue there is that we want to have the same URL every month. Now how we do that is that we keep the article and constantly update it with new content. So at the like during the month when you upload the article, you kind of replace the content of the article that was there before, and the article that was there before, you create a new article, so you kind of move it away, and that article, it's gonna be just easier to see it. So and maybe let's even figure out something else, because I agree, like this is not easy, and I'm not sure if we still want to do it this way. And I also see style and beauty, BVI style and beauty, BVI style and beauty. Might be possible that this wasn't here, so this has already changed, and at this point I don't really see why we're doing this in this way, because this is just too long to remember. But let's just, since we're still doing it this way, basically right now we have this article and we have the title, she's sweet as candy. So what I would do is I would create a new post, and I would basically copy the whole article over. It's loading. A lot of stuff is being loaded. So basically from this article, I copy everything and paste it into a new article that will have a different URL, not this one, but it will have style and beauty, and then she's sweet as candy. So let's do this. What is this? How did I get here? No, this is the one we want. And plus we copy all the content. I always recommend copying in text mode. Okay, I'm editing the same article. Awesome. So I wanted to do a new post. Okay. Now the page builder is going to load. And is that it? All right. So the content is here. Just copy paste it. This sweet as candy is here. And let's say that we'll want to schedule it for the end of the month or beginning of new month. Right, okay, we're scheduling for that, and you see that it will have a different URL, but we'll also pick a style and beauty category. So we'll basically schedule this post. And now for this post with the URL bvipy style and beauty, we will want to basically put the new article here. I'm suggesting we rethink that. The only reason for this was the URL, which has now changed, so I don't really see the point in that. If we want to keep on doing it, I think I've just explained how to do it. If we want to do something else, let's do that. So much for editing the articles. If you have any questions, just get in touch. I'm around most of the time, and yeah, let's do it. One more thing I'm thinking about is the home page and how the slider kind of replaces itself. And I think it is done automatically, but it might not be. So I haven't worked with it for a bit now. So in case it would be replacing itself manual, would come from here. The thing we did it automatic. So let's take a look. Photographer, stylish gallery, HP slider. Okay, so this is the homepage slider, and I'm just gonna check. Yeah, and here are the images. So let's just go back and check if this is really like slider 21. Yeah, Royal Slider 21, sure enough. So, replacing these images, yeah, you just basically remove them and, just add new images in. So this is where it is, and Royal Slider, and, just delete those, add new ones in, add images. I believe that kind of covers everything as for adding new posts. And again, I'm around, so just get in touch if you need anything. Thank you for watching this, and have a nice day.